This video will look at how to change the NIC adapter types on an ELIO controller deployed on VMware infrastructures from E1000, which is a 1 gigabit NIC, to VMXNET3, which supports 10 gigabit. Right-click on the VM properties and select Edit Settings to verify the current E1000 NIC adapter configured on the ELIO. Verify the IP address configured on the NICs. Log in to the ELIO controller console. Default user credentials are Power User, Power User. Check the network settings by typing cat/etc/network/interfaces. e1000 is currently configured with a DHCP address, thus the IP address is not displayed. Get the IP address by typing ifconfig pipe grep INET ADDR . The e1000 management NIC and e1000 storage NIC IP addresses are displayed. This information can also be displayed by typing ifconfig. Current IP address information can also be referenced in ELIO Center. Log in using vCenter admin credentials. Select the Manage tab and verify the management IP address. Also select the Data Stores tab to verify both management and storage NIC IPs. The storage NIC IP can also be verified in the Host Configuration tab, Hardware, Storage option. Unmount the existing ELIO NFS data store. Remove the ELIO from being managed by ELIO Center. This ELIO will get remanaged after configuring the 10 gigabit supported VMXNET3 adapters with their respective network settings. Remove the NIC adapter persistent rules by typing rm//udev/roles.d/70-persistent-net.rules. Edit the current NIC adapter settings by typing vi//etc/network/interfaces. Arrow down and remove the IP address, subnet, and gateways on the NIC adapters. Type :WQ! To save the settings. Shut down the ELIO controller VM. Edit the ELIO VM settings. Remove the E1000 NIC adapters and save the settings. Again, edit the VM settings and add the new NIC adapters, one for management and one for storage. Be sure to select the NIC adapter type as VMXNET3 to get 10 gigabit support and the relative VM network names and/or VLANs. Power on and log into the ELIO VM console. Start the ILO network configuration wizard by typing CENI. Press the Enter key for each respective NIC to remove the current NIC settings. Press the Enter key to configure the settings for each NIC. Use the Tab key to navigate to the respective fields. Recommended to configure ILO's NICs using static IP addresses. Enter the IP address, subnet, and gateway for the management NIC. Confirm and apply the settings. Repeat the process for the storage NIC with the exception that a gateway is not defined, as the management NIC gateway will be used. Verify the NIC settings by typing cat /etc/network/interfaces. Reboot the ILO controller. Log into the ILO console. Add the ILO NFS exported data store NFS mount to the host using the storage NIC IP address. Discover the ILO controller using ILO Center's Setup tab. Discover ILO controllers link. Verify that ILO Center is reporting the correct IP addresses for the ILO controller on the management and storage NICs. This concludes this video on how to change the ILO NIC adapter E1000 to VMXNET3 for support on 10 gigabit networks.